I've had multiple people, all into anime, at one point or another recommend Yuri on Ice to me. At first, I had thought that it was simply a show that my friends were into, such as Toradora, which my best friend has tried to get me into himself. However, before I knew it, Yuri on Ice had become this relatively large hit in the season it premiered at, and was given high praise, to my knowledge, for most of its run. So before I go on, I want to make clear one thing. I don't care whether you like this show or whatever. I don't even particularly care why you like it. These are just my opinions and me explaining myself as to why I don't want to watch it and how it seems to me. Got that? Awesome. From what I understand, Yuri on Ice is about a failed figure skater named Yuri, who is considering retiring from the sport before an old legend comes along and whips his butt into shape. Along the way, I hear, he meets this other guy named Yuri, and the two share a close, bond. So, right from the word go, I'm already bored. Figure skating? I don't give a fuck about figure skating. What's more, I hate skating of any kind, really. It's a childish hatred, to be sure, as I've always been frustrated at how I myself could never quite get the hang of roller skating or ice skating. So, I kinda like the angle of main Yuri being kind of the almost guy, who almost made history, and when he didn't, it like devastated him. But him being trained by a living legend reeks just a bit too much like Midoriya and All Might from My Hero Academia. Though that may just be because I've recently watched the first season of that show. From Wikipedia's description of the character, and with about 5 minutes of dialogue, I could probably point to about 10 other characters that this figure skater reminds me of. His main rival, the 15-year-old, always was a problem with me as soon as I heard about it. Due to my inexperience in figure skating rules and age requirements and such, I guess I'll just have to accept that he's allowed to compete with these world-class athletes, but it still kind of bothers me. Anyway, he's brash, arrogant, angry, come to think of it, kind of like Midoriya's rival in My Hero Academia. Alright, parallels aside, I have no intention of denying the quality of a show that I haven't even watched. I think that's super dumb, and I refuse to do it, but to want to watch a show, you need to have expectations. Likewise, to not watch a show, I believe you need a justification, and here's mine. I don't believe that there's anything that Yuri on Ice could give me as a piece of entertainment, other than nicely animated figure skating, that I couldn't find elsewhere. The only thing in the story that I might even remotely be intrigued by is the gay romance that everyone says is in the show, and you know what? That's not good enough. If I want a gay romance, Hibike Euphonium has a damn good one, at least hint-wise, and those two characters' designs are infinitely more appealing to me than even main Yuri's. Hell, I haven't even watched the Nanoha series, which I've heard is one of the longest-running functional gay relationships in anime, albeit probably less overtly so. If I want a heartfelt sports show, I can rewatch Haikyuu, which has a sport that's much more TV friendly and is made by Production IG, the same studio who did Ghost in the Shell, Kuroko's Basket, Attack on Titan, and goddamn fucking Psycho Pass, which I'd rank as one of the top 20 shows of the past 15 years. If I want a show about failure and dealing with it after the fact, after trying so hard to make whatever you wanted a reality, I could watch Fullmetal Alchemist again, where the main characters definitively failed at what they set out to do. And plus, their decision had actual consequences that they had to learn to accept and overcome, rather than Yuri losing a competition and then feeling bad about it. The only thing that Yuri on Ice can give me is all of those things in one show. A gay, heartfelt sports anime about a guy dealing with the failure of losing. To me, it isn't really worth it. And that's not to say I wouldn't enjoy the damn show, but I don't want to have to sit through it. I'm sure it's tightly written and well-paced, and the music is good, and the animation is really pretty, but for me, it just doesn't click. I honestly don't understand what all the hype is about. Is it really just the gay romance? Is that really how you would denote a show's worth, whether it has strong homosexual vibes or not? If that's really the only thing truly special about this show, then I'm gonna pass. In fact, I'm gonna pass on it anyway. What can I say? Figure skating is a boring-ass thing to watch for 12 episodes. The opening song is pretty good, though.
Yes, we were born to make history.